Hello everyone, as you can see we have another Star Wars The Black Series figure in front of us. Of course, this is the Mandalorian from Star Wars The Mandalorian. On the left, we've got the original Din Djarin that was released. On the right, we have the new Beskar version, and he's got some other tricks in there as well, including the backpack as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a look at the outside of this box. We're going to go ahead and unbox him, and then we're going to take a look at his articulation, compare him to the other Mandalorian that we have, and then from there what we'll do is we'll take some pictures, and then we'll talk about what we learned and what we liked and what we didn't like about the figure. All right, so as we can see here, we do have the sidearm, we have the rifle, we have the booster pack there, and then we've got Din in Beskar here. Of course, it's not exactly perfect. On the side here, we've got the cool Mandalorian there. We've got 01 Star Wars The Mandalorian. And then on the back here, we've got the Mandalorian. His body is shielded by Beskar armor. His face is hidden behind a T-visored mask, and his past is wrapped in mystery. No one is quite sure who this well-equipped stranger is, except we know his name is Din. Anyways, so then we've got that there. So let's go ahead and unbox the Mandalorian here. So what we're gonna do, trusty knife, go from the bottom as we always do. All right, so we don't need this. Put that over there. Cool. Booster pack, rifle, sidearm, Din. All right. Okay, so I'll be right back. What we'll do is we'll get everything cleaned up and we'll take a closer look at Din here. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at his rifle first. At first, it looks very similar to the original rifle that we got with the Mandalorian on the first go-around with that guy in the background. But if we compare it to the new one, I mean the old one to the new one, this is the new one, this is the old one, you'll notice, hopefully, that the new rifle actually has more of a shiny metallic look to it. It looks more like metal than this guy does. So this is the new one, this is the old one. So you can kind of see. I don't know if the camera is going to pick that up, though. Other than that, the mold looks exactly the same. This piece looks very similar. The hilt looks very similar as well. So not much difference there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the sidearm. This is the new sidearm. And we've got that same metallic look versus the old, which will be down at the bottom. Hopefully we can get that. So yeah, the old one is definitely more of a gunmetal, not very reflective or shiny, whereas the new one definitely is, and you got the difference on the handle there. I don't think either one of them is necessarily better, but this definitely fits more with the new Beskar look that he's got. All right, so, and then we've got the jetpack. And the jetpack has the main peg and then two side pegs. And then we've got two holes at the bottom. So let's go ahead and take a look at the new Mandalorian here. The cape, same sort of material-ish. Other than that, some things that you'll notice right away. We've got the Beskar here, and then we've got the Mudhorn here as well for his signet. So arms, I have a feeling this is probably going to be the same mold, but I'll still go into it. The arms go all the way up. On the back, we've got the room for the rifle to go into his back there, but we do have the extra pegs that this guy is going to go into. Helmet, full 360. You can actually do pretty far down and pretty far up. We're able to get some good tilts in there, so you can emote some emotion there. And then arm, we got our 90. Same on the other. able to get good motion, a little bit of front and back motion here as well in the shoulder. And then full 360 left and right on this guy. And then this guy is going to be up and down. The body, we've got some good motion. Then we've got our belt. The holster is not attached to the legs, so we're going to get some better motion. It's got a good split. Decent there. And then at the upper leg, we do have the full 360. And then we've got the standard leg movement as well. And as I'm going through any of this, feel free to make a comment down below there. If you're liking the video, give it a thumbs up as well. That'll definitely help the channel. All right, so let's go ahead and see how the backpack goes on. For this, I'm going to go ahead and take off the cape there. And then basically this guy, you could probably use the strap. I'm not going to try to attach it using the strap, getting that on there, because it's probably going to be futile. But then it fits on pretty well. As far as the back on the original Mandalorian, we just had that single slot there, and that was used to hold the rifle. So obviously, with the rifle, you're not going to be able to get that on there. With the booster pack, you're not going to be able to hold onto the rifle, which, oh well, that's that. All right. So, and then obviously we've got the holster here as well. Boop. I always had a problem with this holster on the other one too. It kind of didn't always want to go in perfectly. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the differences between the figures. Capes are different colors, slightly, but they look very similar as far as the mold. They feel similar as well. Let's go ahead and take the cape off. That way we can get a better look at the figures here. So very similar, although the obviously he's got the upgrades here as well. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and take some pictures. If you have any questions while we do that, feel free to ask down below. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed those pictures, as well as seeing a closer look as far as the differences between the new Mandalorian versus the original one. There aren't that many differences. The movement feels very similar. The main difference is we've got the backpack, or the jetpack, I should say. So, we've got the extra pegs. But other than that, he feels exactly the same. There's some color variations. We've got the signet there. But other than that, it is the same figure. So I like the upgrades that they did to him as far as the way that they made him look. I'm curious to see what the Mandalorian coming from Target is going to look like, to see how different he actually ends up looking. And I believe that launches in December, and that's going to come with the child. So I'm curious to see how that's going to look. I'm going to do my best to try to get it. I missed out on the pre-orders, just like most of you guys probably did as well. So anyways, if you have any questions about the figure, feel free to ask down below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And our next video is actually going to talk about some upgrades that you can do to this figure, which may be a little bit unconventional, we'll say. So if you're interested in seeing what you can do with the figure, feel free to subscribe and look out for our next video. Speaking of subscribing, if you like Star Wars The Black Series, Star Wars in general, anything that a professional geek might find interesting, I invite you to subscribe to the channel as well. And with that, have a great day.